Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand stage of the World AI Debate Championship, live streamed to viewers across every continent. Tonight's sizzling showdown centers on a question that has thumbs wagging and taste buds tingling everywhere. Hiyashi chuka, should you crown your chill noodles with mayonnaise or cow's dip aside? Representing King A, advocating that mayonnaise is absolutely essential for that rich, creamy depths we all crave. Please give a warm virtual round of applause for Randy. Taking the opposing stance, Team B insisted mayonnaise is a culinary crime against the crisp, refreshing spirit of Hiyashi chuka. Standing firm for purity of taste, let's hear it for Dennis. Our debate will unfold in 4 thrilling acts. First, each side's opening case. Next, a spirited cross-examination. Then, rebuttals to swing the balance of persuasion. And finally, closing summaries to crown our champion of taste. And now, to ignite our contest, we turn to Randy for Team A's opening statement. Randy, the floor is yours.
Imagine a bowl of chilled ramen noodle, glistening with crisp cucumber ham and vibrant vegetables. Now picture that dish, elevated by a generous swirl of creamy mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is not a mere garment. It is the very soul that binds flavors together. Its silky texture bridges the crunch of fresh veggies. Its subtle tang cuts through the sweetness of the dressing, and its rich mouthfeel transforms every bite into a velvety delight. Without mayonnaise, Hiyashi chuka remains bright but flat, lacking depth and cohesion. With it, the noodles sing with balanced complexity, delivering a multi-sensory experience that engages every taste bud. For true enjoyment of Hiyashi chuka, mayonnaise is not optional, it is essential.
You speak of mayonnaise as the soul that unites vibrant ingredients, but how can such the fatty sauce not overpower the delicate tane dressing that defines Hiyashi chuka's crisp? Was refreshing flavor? Doesn't its creamy heft mask the individual textures of ham? What's your cumber and egg rather than showcase it? If the goal is a light, what potato paint for a soon? Hang around. Caselo at mass match, gold beat.
While the tari provides brightness, a drizzle of mayonnaise blends a complementary creaminess that lifts each component. The subtle acidity and umami in quality mayo actually accentuates the tang in the dressing, ensuring cucumber's crispiness, ham saltiness, and eggs silkiness shine through. A modest swirl doesn't smother flavors, but marries them, creating harmony rather than weighing it down. It transforms Hiyashi chuka into a balanced, yet refreshing summer dish.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine biting into a chilled nest of noodles doused with tangy soy-based dressing. Allow you to soul that long and slow, that right here sword. And then you want to make sure that you can really soul the fatty mayonnaise, smothering this delicacy. Mayonnaise turns the light, refreshing balance of Hiyashi chuka into a gloopy mess. First, it masks the subtle harmony of sweet and sour, umami flavors honed for it. And second, its heady fat content contradicts the very essence of a summer dish designed to cool and refresh. If you haven't, undermines the visual appeal. Bright colors hidden beneath off-whites. Like tradition respects every centuries-old techniques that celebrate simplicity in balance, like in my character, to preserve the integrity and purpose of Hiyashi chuka. We must reject mayonnaise as an unwelcome intruder.
Isn't it precisely the gentle emulsion of Japanese mayonnaise that harmonizes the sweet, sour, and umami notes across, elevating both refreshment and creaminess? And if a light drizzle can deepen taste and balance without overwhelming the dish, why must we categorically banish such a unifying ingredient?
Well, Japanese mayonnaise offers creaminess. Its high fat content coats the palate, right? Drowning the bright vinegar and sesame notes that define cold noodles. A true cold chuka relies on crisp. I have, in fact, one reason cake pop duty. Introducing mayonnaise not only mulls that zing, it burdens the dish with heaviness, like turning a light, revitalizing meal into an unnecessarily rich. I have to avoid cloying experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent claims mayonnaise smothers Hiyashi chuka's delicate harmony, but in reality, this creamy drizzle acts as a flavor bridge, marrying the sweet, tart, and savory notes into one cohesive bite. Far from weighing us down, its rich fat content enhances refreshing appeal, cooling your palate with a silky mouthfeel. Visually, the gentle swirl of pale cream against vibrant toppings creates an elegant contrast that invites you in. And let's not forget, mayonnaise has long been embraced in countless Japanese homes and trendy eateries alike, proving its place in our culinary heritage. Denying mayonnaise in Hiyashi chuka is akin to refusing a perfectly balanced flourish that honors both tradition and innovation.
Opponents argue mayonnaise bridges textures, they cut sweetness, and brings depth. But what they call depth, it was an unnecessary layer of fat that smothers crisp cucumber and masks the subtle tang of the soy vinegar dressing. The Yashichuka celebrates light, clean flavors. Each ingredient contributes its own voice. The snap of cucumber, the lean saltiness of ham, the lively acidity of the sauce. A swirl of mayonnaise bulldozes this concerto, with forcing a heavy, greasy chorus that drowns out nuance. Which is, true harmony comes from balance, not brute richness. The traditional recipe already achieves cohesion through carefully calibrated seasonings. By imposing creamy excess, we lose the very essence of Yashichuka, a refreshing summer dish designed to invigorate the palate and not weigh it down.
Mayonnaise doesn't obliterate Yashichuka's character, it elevates it. A modest ribbon of high-quality Japanese mayo binds each strand of noodle. So the soy vinegar dressing clings evenly instead of pulling at the bowl's bottom. Its gentle creaminess heightens the sauce's bright acidity, letting the cucumber snap, and ham saltiness pop in sharper relief. Far from weighing down, the fat in mayo carries umami, delivering flavor more slowly, so the dish lingers on the palate. Regional menus across Japan celebrate this harm, and modern diners expect that silky finish. In short, mayonnaise isn't it's the keystone that transforms a collection of ingredients into a perfectly balanced, invigorating summer feast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yashichuka exists to celebrate crisp noodles. It's a bright vinegar, it's a soy sauce, and the vibrant crunch of vegetables and proteins. Introducing, mayonnaise smothers those subtle flavors under a blanket of heavy fat and turning a refreshing summer dish into something needlessly rich and cloying. Yes, mayonnaise may be familiar in some kitchens, but popularity does not equal purity. We risk betraying the intended harmony, each element meant to sing in cool and clean contrast by forcing in it's a creamy chorus that simply doesn't belong. If we truly honor Yashichuka's heritage and its promise of light, invigorating refreshment, we must keep mayonnaise off the plate.
What an incredible showdown tonight between Randy and Dennis. We witnessed fiery arguments, surprising twists, and more passion for cold noodles than we ever imagined possible. Now it's over to you. Head down to the comments and tell us who deserves the champion's belt, Team Randy or Team Dennis. And while you're there, drop your own debate topic ideas. What should our AI contenders clash over next? Will it be pineapple on pizza, socks with sandals, or something entirely off the wall? We want to hear your wildest suggestions. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Hit subscribe, ring that notification bell, and join us for our next epic AI debate championship. Until then, keep those opinions coming and your taste buds curious. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.